Know your rights. Know your rights. Where do you wake up thinking there's no justice? No one to turn to, lonely roads, mountains of complaints. It's a fight to survive. You got to know your rights. Woo. Yes, you got to know your
Welcome
rights.
to Inside the OUR, a 5-minute program that examines the issues before the Office of Utilities Regulation and brings you face to face with the people handling those issues. I am your host, David Geddes.
Yes, you got to know your rights. Hey! Daily living is a struggle, high bills, equipment damage. Sometimes you wonder if you have the right.
We're at the Salvation Army on West Baptist Avenue in Port Antonio, Portland. We are presenting today excerpts from the presentation to the members of the Salvation Army here in Port Antonio, Portland.
Sometimes they come and disconnect the light. Disconnect the light mistakenly. It's not you're like supposed to disconnect, but they disconnect it and like overnight and other things that spoil and stuff about it. And the other thing when you disconnect it, when the light go and come back and leave your things then, like mash up your microwave and things like that.
Let me address the one that related to the wrongful disconnection first. Currently, we don't have a standard that relates to wrongful disconnection. And that's unfortunate. But at the time when these standards were being developed, the guaranteed standards, there weren't a lot of complaints about wrongful disconnection. But we have seen a tremendous increase in the number of persons saying, boy, JPS made a mistake or Water Commission made a mistake and wrongfully disconnected me. Water Commission has applied to us for a tariff review. We have already served notice that this is one of the areas that we're going to look at during the tariff review. Wrongful disconnection. We're going to look at it for JPS too, but again, we can only do that when they apply for a tariff review, and they are really not scheduled to apply for a tariff review until 2009. So some of it, but that can also be a good thing, because if you think about it, that means that your rate's not changing by any major amount between now and 2009. But the issue of wrongful disconnection, and I do know that JPS has in instances honored this wrongful disconnection matter, even though it's not a guaranteed standard, voluntarily made compensation to customers in some instances because they recognize that they did something wrong. Now, the issue now of your food being spoiled, whether you're wrongfully or rightfully disconnected, that now is a matter for the courts. We can't, and when the courts are not talking about the store now, we're talking about the law court, we can't make a determination on issues like only a court can award damages, right? So you have losses and you want them quantified and you want the company penalized. Only a court can do that. What we can say is that in the instance of wrongful disconnection or any other breach of the guaranteed standard, we can put a penalty in there that penalizes the company. And when you add them up, it might not be much money to you. In the case of JPS, it's $1,000 per breach. Not a great deal of money. It's not like you're going to go out on the town, go over to the marina and go to Norma's and, the ice cream place over there and have a night on the town with the $1,000. Not likely, but when you add it up, it comes to a good amount of money. Do you think there's any company in Jamaica that could afford to be paying out $50 million every quarter? That's $200 million per year. Which company could do that and don't, they'll say, let's just pay it out. So if we all collectively decide to make claims against utility companies, hold them accountable, every time they slip, they must slide. They take too long to reconnect your service after they have disconnected you for arrears and you pay the money. In most instances, it's 24 hours. Mark, maybe if you live way past Shotover, it might be 48 hours. But if you live in the town of Port Antonio, West Baptist Avenue, Red Hazel Road, Boundbrook, those areas, it's basically 24 hours. And they should, if they don't reconnect you within that time, then you must make a claim. If they give you 3 consecutive estimated bills, January, February, March, once you get the one in March, I'm not telling you don't pay the bill, no, because it's a legitimate call for, you have used the service, you must pay the bill. But when you get that bill, you say, really? 3 consecutive estimated bills? This is a breach. Let me make a claim. And claim. And they are going to improve the service. That is the only way. Or you are with it 40-something staff members. Cannot be everywhere all the time. And being and we are not a part of the management of the utility companies. I don't know. We are there to set a framework. We set a regulatory framework. We set guidelines for the operations of these companies. And when they do not operate within the guidelines that we give them, then you are empowered to make a claim. So, I am imploring, I'm asking all of you, whenever you get bad service, make a claim against the utility company. Hold them accountable. Get copies of the guaranteed standards. They are not only available from the OUR, they are available from all the offices of the utility companies. Know the standards. Become very familiar with them. And every time they make a slip and they breach those standards, make sure that you claim. Right?
Come to OUR.
You have been watching Inside the OUR, a program that looks at the issues before the Office of Utilities Regulation.
If you've been to a utility company and are dissatisfied with the outcome of their investigation, file an appeal with OUR. File a complaint from available post office island-wide. Or call toll-free 1-888-CALL OUR. Regulation for all consumer, country and company. No hugs, no partiality. Everybody has rights, so you got to know your rights. I will just say that. So you got to know your rights. So you got to know your rights. So you got to know your rights.